welcome you all. And just I don't have much more time, so directly stick on my topic. So here you are seeing three words are there on the screen. The first one being love, then learn, then live. Actually, these three words are were written on the portico of my school. The love, learning, live, and there is a very interesting, the psychological link in between these three words. If you go to learn a subject or a topic or anything, okay, the first thing is the moment you love the subject, okay, you need not to force yourself to learn it automatically. You will get the interest, you will get the extra potential to get in more deeper into the subject and all, and after that you will start live in the conceptual thinking. Whatever you see, whatever you touch, whatever you visualize, in all the things, okay, you'll have a conceptual thinking and a conceptual touch, okay. So I have more than the words to say, but just running out of time, so just I just need your patient listening for just 6 slides, okay. So before switching to the world of learning or to the world of engineering or whatever, first of all we need to know that how many types of people are there in the society, okay, and how to deal with those um, different types, okay. So basically there are four types of people, and these four clip arts are being shown on my screen, and I just okay, keep silence for 10 seconds, then I'll start, okay, telling you that what are these four types. Just start thinking. Fine. So first being the picture or the clip art of two people, those who are arguing each other, and they seems to be like the fools or the like the idiots. The second being the, okay, the pic or the clip art of a student. The third being the gesture or the, the get up of this person is like a, a learned fellow, but he's lost somewhere, right? And the fourth one is a seems to be like a very confident person, very learned fellow, and wants to teach something to some of the people. Now see, let me categorize all these four kind of people on a common platform. The first one, okay, just I'll go in a very little bit poetic way. The first kind of people is the one who know not, but he don't know that he know not. Okay, so these kind of people are just like, idiots, so you need not to get in touch with them. So it's better to stay away, keep yourself cool, let it be casual, stay away. No need to get in touch with them, and no need to get on more discussion and all, okay. The second one is, and you need to find yourself that where you stay in all these four kind of people in the society. The second one is the one who know not, but he know that he know not. Okay, this is very amazing state, and rather I would like to call it as a semi-learned fellow. Means he is unaware of the facts and the truths, but he is aware of himself that he is unaware. Okay, so if you get in touch with these kind of people, or you put yourself at this stage, then these kind of people are like, they are open to ask the questions, and they are getting ready to learn whatever being taught to them. So we should be very carefully analyze ourselves as well as the people around us, to know that whether where we stands and where the other stands. Third one is the one who know, but he don't know that he know. It's a very interesting one. The one who know, but he don't know that he know. So these kind of people are such that they are learned fellows, but they lost somewhere. You see the third image. Okay, sorry, they lost somewhere, okay. So if we used to get in touch with these kind of people, we need to awake them. And the last one is the one who know, and he know that he know. He is the learned fellow, and the action word which is associated to these kind of fellows are is learn. So whenever you get in touch with these kind of fellows, you just need to learn from them. Okay, so all the faculties and all the staff members of the VBIT are the learned ones, and you need to keep ourselves and keep the entire VBIT faculty on this on the fourth category, and keep yourself on the first on the second category. Okay, and though I used to keep myself on the second category, for some of us like HOD sir and Kalyanarama sir and Shivaram sir, those are on the fourth category for me. Fine. Now just my third slide is the attitude as well as approach, or you can call both as same, towards the subject. Okay. So brother, I would like to say something. I would like to share my own experience with you guys, that when I was a student, so my approach towards a subject, and by the way, I got a very good time to explain this immediately after the presentation of Naresh Reddy sir on the gate preparation. So it's very important to understand. See, when I was the student, my approach towards a subject was quite different. It was just like learning the problem solve not problem learning the numerical solving techniques, and learning the steps of the, the derivations and all. So it was like I used to pick some of the topics from a unit, and sometimes some of the unit from a subject, and I used to find whatever which is easy to understand and all, to get good marks. That was my focus, and just because of this I got fair marks, not good, not very good, just fair marks in some of the, the conceptual subjects. But what happened that I lost the concepts, the very basic concepts which are the spirit of the subjects, and due to this I lost the conceptual link between the subjects, as well as the conceptual link, between the topics. Okay, but when I became a teacher, my approach towards the subject was different. Okay, means I was learning each and everything to teach someone. Okay, and with this approach, with this attitude, I never left even a single point. Okay, so this made me a lover of the subject. And so I fall in love with the subject, and okay, and then never I used to put myself in the stress to learn something, in pressure to learn something or whatever. Because once you get the clear concepts, when you just get the conceptual link between the topics, between the subjects, automatically you will just get the interest for the subject. Fine. So here it's the same actually. Learning something with an attitude to teach someone doubles the focus of the learner, and hence enhances the depth of the knowledge. Okay, knowledge he gains, whatever. Okay, so it means that see, you are a student, you are not a teacher. But I suggest you, whenever you learn something, always have an attitude that you are going to teach it to someone. Okay, though you are not going to get the real platform, sometimes you will get to present something in the seminar or in the presentation or whatever, but not at all times. So I have some of the points to share with you. Just I'll show you tips to dive deep. The first one is learn to teach someone. Always have this attitude. Learn to teach someone, and that someone may be may be the virtual one. It may be a virtual you. So whatever you are learning, for example, you are learning a topic. Okay, so after just having a read through of the topic, okay, you just switch your mind to a virtual world, to a and perceive yourself that you are standing on a dice in front of a classroom, and there are so many listeners, and you are just going to teach them the topic. And if you go this way, okay, you will, you will get very very clear concepts. Okay, the next tip is find the conceptual link between the topics. As yesterday Brahma Reddy sir told that don't miss even a single class, because all the topics are conceptually linked with each another. The second may be linked with the first one, and the third, fourth, five, six may be linked, and even the units are get linked with one another. Okay, so the thing is, try to find the conceptual link between the topics. Sometimes one topic is get linked with another one chapter get linked with another one unit get links with another one. Okay, and sometimes if you see the vast sub branches of the civil engineering like transportation, structural, geotechnical, water resource and all, they all are linked on a very basic conceptual level. So if you need to visualize it, so it would be very good for you, and it will obviously enhance your learning skills. The third one is very important one. I have just written here, even Einstein asked questions. So most of the time, this is one of the blunder mistake of the student, that they hesitate in asking the questions. So never hesitate in asking the question, whether the question is to the point or it may be silly. Because the entire family of the VBIT, we always used to appreciate the students who used to ask the question. Okay, whether the question is to the point or it is out of the course or out of the touch. Okay, so whatever the questions are there in your mind, whether it is silly, whatever, so please ask. We'll reply, we'll frame your question, we'll make it proper, and then we'll reply it back. Okay, then the last one is live with the conceptual thinking. The moment you'll get the true concept, the spirit of the subject, what will happen, that is why I just written there, the love, learn, live. Okay, the moment you'll get the actual concept, then after, what will happen, that wherever you go, you watch something, you read something, you walk, you travel, whatever you do, you will have that conceptual thinking. Okay, see, while coming from your home to the VBIT, okay, really, so so many buildings and wonders of the civil engineering are there. You are surrounded from all the sides. So whatever you saw, see a railway track, a bridge, a building, whether it is commercial, industrial, educational, whatever, you should have a conceptual thinking, that what is the significance of it, and what are the the reasons behind, and so many things. Okay, the second next slide is team spirit. Always have the team spirit. Okay, there is a term said in English that a good speaker can only become a good, sorry, a good listener can only become a good speaker. If you want to become a good speaker, first you have to become a good listener. And this I am just mentioning here because after fourth year, generally all the students used to write in their CVs or in their resume as the core competency. At the first point, they used to write it as leadership, though they wouldn't be a team member even for 1 minute in the entire 4 years of their BTech career. See, leadership is something which cannot be, it's a stage which cannot be jumped onto. Okay, it is a gradual process. It's a means you have to walk on the stairs of your development, right? So first you have to become a good team member, then only you can become a good leader. So always, so this is not your age to become a good means just directly become a leader. First is that you are a student and undergraduate student, you must be a good team member. Okay, and always consider all of your classmates, your friends and your family as a team. Work in a team, be a good team member, then only you can become a good leader in any of the industry. So by this I request you all, see, this is my last slide, though I don't want to put thank you, rather I would want to welcome you all. So I request you all to dive deeper in the subjects and come out with a pulse of wisdom. Welcome you all, a very warm welcome to the galaxy of intellectuals. Thank you so much. This is Sayyid Uruj Abbas, assistant professor in civil engineering. Thank you so much.